Yeah, I mean, obviously we put ourselves in great position, to win. Really the last two games, and it just hasn't gone our way. But I think, it's not as much as deserving a break, but it's just executing and finishing the game. And Coach Jackson just keeps preaching about finishing the game, and it's shown up twice. It's shown up two times in a row, and that's a big part for us offensively is, when we get ourselves in that position, we worked hard so the whole game. We want to be able to come out and execute and finish when it matters.
When things are coming apart like that with those first two fumbles, I mean, is it hard for the quarterback to keep everybody together and keep the task at hand?
No, not at all. As soon as Malcolm fumbled, I ran over to him right away and said, "Hey, man, you're doing great. Don't worry about it. Let's go." And was trying to be, very vocal and loud and keep everybody into it. And obviously it's unfortunate, and you don't want those things to happen, and you try to prevent them. But when it does happen, all that matters next is how you respond. And that's the thing for this team is the guys came back out and we were driving the ball again and kept moving the ball and kept doing well. And the fight was there, and we kept bouncing back. But it's just unfortunate, and then we got to do a better job finishing.
When it's Malcolm in there, do you know it's him that's going to get the ball as opposed to Crow?
Yeah, when Malcolm came in, I knew he was back. He came in and told me, especially personnel-wise, he was the only one in there. So, we called the run play, and he's great. He's great, with the ball. He's a great ball carrier, and he does a great job of running hard, running downhill. And unfortunately, they got a hand on the ball, and it came out. But like I said after the game, he does so much for this offense and this team. It's unfortunate what happened, but he's a great player, and I know that he took it very personal, and he never wants to turn the ball over. But I don't want that, to really kind of overshadow what he does for this offense, because he really is a big part of this offense. He does a great job in there at fullback.
What about what's enabling you guys to run the football offensively like that?
I think our offensive line has done a great job. They kind of took the mindset is that, what we wanted to do. And that was, back in camp before the season even started was, you really define your team by running the football and how well you can run the football. And, led by Joe Thomas, he really, told the guys that's something we can do and that can be our identity. And the guys really bought into it, and the offensive line's been great. And obviously, we've had injuries and, guys switching up here and there, but they haven't missed a beat, and we have two, really great running backs with Crow and with Duke, and they just run the ball so well. It's made, my job a lot easier as well.
So what does that do for you, since you don't have to do it all by yourself? Expound on that with those guys.
Yeah, I think it's a great balance. When you have an offense that can run the ball as well as we do, it really obviously helps things in the pass game. And you get one-on-one matchups, and you get loaded box, and you get matchups outside that you want. And I think that's something. Oh, I'm sorry. This is something we want to keep doing. Is continue to run the football and be a strong downhill running football team. And our offensive line, like I said, has been doing a great job along with our backs.
What about third downs? You did really well on them. What's your mindset with that, and how were you able to be so effective?
Yeah, I think that's a really big point of this game is you obviously want to win on first and second down to make third down a little easier, but it's situational football, and you have to understand that third down is really big, and not only for your offense but for your defense. Keep them off the field and allow them to get more rest and get a little breather, and you want to extend drives, and it really, when you convert on 2 or 3 third downs in one drive, it really is big for your offense, your momentum, and get in a rhythm, and it's difficult for the defense, when you keep converting on third down. So obviously, as in every week, but this week especially, we put a big emphasis on that.
Is that something that's a mindset with you? Down distance,
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that is really big. Is like I said, situational football. And obviously third downs, red zone, short yardage, different things like that. But for me, I spent a ton of time studying, what the team we're playing, what they do on third down, and different looks you're going to get, and what plays we put up for different situations and how to convert them.
Did you grow up as a Tom Brady fan? Is he somebody that you studied when you watched all this film that you watched?
Yeah. Tom Brady, he's a great quarterback. He's one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game, and he's obviously someone that I watched as a kid growing up. And I think he does a lot of things really well, obviously, and he's been in the league for a long time. And like I said before, I just loved watching the position as a kid. So I'd watch these other great quarterbacks and study them and see what they do.
And what do you think it's going to be like this weekend, with him and you being on the same field?
Yeah, that can't have any factor in my mind. Obviously, I know that he's doing a great job of putting up points and do different things to get in the right position and just make plays. But like I said, I can only control what I can control, and that's how I go out on offense and play the game and continue to convert on third downs and have these long drives and run the ball well, and just continue to extend drives.